Changing my chat to all messages. How's everyone doing? I'm doing okay. My body hurts, but that is because you know what? It's snowing outside. We do have a delay, but not what I thought. I thought we were going to have a 3-hour delay. We're only going to have a 2-hour delay. Today I'm drinking Christmas time in Paris or something like that, stash tea. It is yummy. It has a taste of like a chocolate mint. I think it's called Christmas in Paris now I think about it. All right, so I'm turning on my sewing machine. Good morning, Annette. Go and put on my glasses. We have a closure today. Oh, all right. Yeah, we don't have that. So we're gonna though go on to this because I need to get this done. So this is it. This is the Fabric Cafe passage, right? Because I can't give you the measurements. They're not mine. I know the snowy you're talking about. Yeah, and look at this. My mug even says, "Let it snow." It was given to me. Oh, so you are up, Mom. You said you weren't going to be up. Don't miss the snow. Yep, you said you weren't going to be up. All right, so let's go start on this sample. So I already went ahead and cut everything out. And we are going to go. So you're going to see me do a Fabric Cafe sample. They're going to get it. You get a sneak peek on how to make these quilts. And going forward, I will be making the sample quilts. This one is going to be live, right? I'm doing this live in real time. The next ones that are going to be coming up, not the ones that already passed, I will be making videos of me making the actual samples and then launching them, though, when they say I can launch them. How about that? So stick with me and you'll get some inside information. Only, though, when they say so. All right, so we're going to go on Passage and we're going to go, again, I dropped the link for this pattern. It is a stand-only pattern. You can buy it wherever you want, but I did drop Fabric Cafe's link down there below if you end up shopping with them. If you end up making quilts, let them know I was your inspiration. Let them know the Pastryqueen sent you. So here we go. We're going to go right here. So step 1, we are going to make some HSTs. So now what I am going to do is I am going to take my fabric 1, which is, hold on. Oh, no, we're not going to take my fabric 1. See, I have to read this. I'm doing this just alone. You're seeing kind of what I'm going through. I'm reading all this, and I'm taking fabric 2. So this is fabric 2. These are fabric 2, and it says to draw a line diagonally from corner to corner on the wrong side because we're making HSTs. So I will need this. So we're going to come in here, and we are going to draw the line. And yes, you're going to watch me draw the line for all of these. So this may get a little bit quiet. You know, here it is. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Melanie. I think I missed Melanie. How did I miss Melanie? I don't see Melanie on here. Do I have mine to all chat? I do. All right, so I'm putting 4 on here, and then I'm just going to go right through. And yes, I could have pre-done that, but I just actually cut this morning. I woke up around 4. And I did start cutting this. I actually didn't have time to read the instructions, but I did start cutting it. All right. So I would come in here, and yes, we have to do this. Oh, retracted, okay. Here we are. So what are you planning to do on your snow day, Annette? And what are you planning to do? My morning eyes played a trick on me. Yes, I know. Me too. So we have that. Now I'm getting hot wearing my little pajama bag, and it's getting hot in here. You're gonna sew. Are you working on your Floral States of America, or you're sewing some other thing? I am so behind on that. I need to buckle up on that. Mom, if you're still on here, what are you doing today? Are you sewing? I'm pretty sure the answer is no, but yes. Almost caught up. Yeah, I know. There's no good reason why I'm not caught up other than that I see something else and then I stop what I'm doing to do that. There's like no reason why now. I had a reason last week on why I didn't long arm, but there's no reason why I'm not long arming right this week instead of starting new projects. I'm almost done here with these. This is the longest part, right? Normally I would do this part. Honestly, to tell you the truth, normally what I would do is I would do this in front of the TV, watching TV before I even coming in here. But it's got to get done. It's got to get done. I went off the rails a little bit here, so I have to fix that line. There we go. So they're going to be some of what I'm seeing. There's HSTs, and then there is flip and stitches to this pattern. Today we'll do it unless I run into my best friend Jack. Oh yeah. He's a bit annoying, isn't he? Okay, all of this is done. Now let's get sewing. So put this away. And this away. I'm going to drink some more of my tea. Okay. So let's go back to the directions here. So I am going to take fabric 2 to make HSTs. Here we go. Why is it not telling me what color? Referring to HST assemblies diagram. Repeat using, fabric 2 and 3. Okay, so fabric 2 is this here. Fabric 3 is this fancy swirls. So we're going to do that. And then we are going to also do fabric, just this. But I know there is another one here. Hold on. That must be in the future of things. Assembly. Okay. And then, nope, here it is. And then we're going to come down. We're going to skip into step 2. And into step 2, the HST second block is going to be your fabric 2. And then your fabric number 3, which is, I've got that. Why did it say that twice? Welcome to my world. Fabric, okay. So using 1 HST block 2 and 1, that's not the step I'm looking for. HST assembly 2. All right, well, I know what needs to happen. I know what needs to happen. Forget about what this says. Today, I know what's in here. I'm just trying to figure out where it is. Okay, so we talk about fabric 2. And then it's saying over here, use fabric, 2 and 3. I didn't see that. It says 2 and 3, which is this. This is 2 and 3 because 3 is this. And then HST and 2 and 5. And 5 is this. It's here. And 2 and 5. It's right here. So we are going to make HSTs. I just want to double check, because this is the actual quilt, I do take a longer time to kind of just go through it all. And with that, let's start sewing. So we're going to take our 2 squares and we are going to sew on both sides. So we're just going to run these through, and then, the fun part of trimming, and you're going to open everything up. Good morning, Linda, because we are going to open our HSTs. And what I mean by that, we have to press open. We have to press open. Now I'm going to keep sewing because this is more like a live feed situation. I will look up every so often for comments. But this is what I do. Well, what I used to do before my 7 a.m. live. So did you get a lot of, who got a lot of snow? I mean, I didn't see a lot of snow out there. We got, minimal amount of snow. I don't know, like about 2 inches that I could see. But again, it's not light out, so I don't know if other parts. Here we are. Now we're going to go into the other one. Not much snow, about an inch. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning. Well, I did say good morning to Linda, I think. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Melanie. And you, not much snow either. Okay. Yeah, they were scaring us with the snow totals yesterday. It was like crazy. And then they were saying that this weekend we're going to get like 2 feet of snow. Craziness. It's craziness. So you're going to zip these right along. Oh, I'm hoping it washes away all our ice too, because I always go out there now petrified and I'm going to fall on ice. I really am. I'm kind of hoping that we're going to end up going to school today. I wouldn't mind going. I know a lot of teachers want it off today, but if we go to school today, then I feel like tomorrow will be a less crazy day, because tomorrow's Valentine's Day. So, you know, with all the parties and everything and setting up, it's so much, I think it'd be easier if we were in today. So we weren't like trying to fly and go through hoops and jump through hoops and getting everything ready for tomorrow. All right, here we are. We've done the first pass. Now we have to do the next one. Here it is. Instead of using that side thing, I'm going to take out mine. Other one. I know some of you do not like the whole HST situation, but I've got 2 passive forward quilts. I still got to finish clipping the 1 baby quilt and wash that for the weekend. I think I'm going to do a video of 1 of the passive forward quilts. There we are. It always reminds me to walk like a penguin to avoid falling. Get snow and ice, that's what closed us, the ice on the roads. Oh, good morning, Muriel. I don't know what it did out there. I just saw snow. I don't know if it's a mixture of snow and ice or what. through. So it doesn't look like there's much strip piecing with this pattern, looking at what I'm looking at. So we're just gonna just basically, a lot of the stuff has been cut and you just need to sew it together. But we'll see. I should have filled up a bobbin. This is my last bobbin, so I'm gonna have to fill. Let's see. What, yes, I'm working on the 5-year quilt. It's called Passage. Jeanette's got it. These girls, what I'm doing. I'm working on the HST parts right now. So these will be all the HSTs for the quilt. So here we are. I'm going to end this with, I don't even know where to put that. Let's put that there. With one of my leaders and enders. And here we go. Now we have all the HSTs done for the block. Again, it was 2 and 3, fabric 2 and 3 that we're making HSTs, and 2 and 5. All right, here we are. So we have that. Now we are going to go. Next step is we're going to cut them apart. And, you know, I'm doing this because there are a lot of newbies now following me who these are their first quilts. So I want to try to give them as much detailed information. And you can use your rotary cutter if you want. All right. Now on this part here, after I clip these apart, you can go ahead and use your block lock. You know, the only thing I find with the block lock is it's great when you iron your seams to one side, but when you press open your HST, I find that it doesn't lock in that spot. So, you know, don't use that now. I used to use it all the time. And what I used to do is I used to iron it all to one side and then block lock them and then go back and open up my seams. But now fabric cafes, you know, what they use, what their preference to square up is the this other ruler, and they sent it to me, this other trimmet ruler. So that's what I use now on their quilts, because that's what they use. So I'm going to go get it, and I've got to find the size I need. So I think I know the size, but I want to double check it's the size. Yep. So let's go find it over here. Are you kidding me? Ah, here it is. Okay. So it is the clearly slotted rulers. Those are the ones that they prefer. So I am going to grab my trimmer B. Put this one away. And then I'm going to trim. So now I come in here and I trim. Here, let's see. I bought some zest from Lynn. Need some solids to go. Please stop. I am so obsessed with that fabric zest. I want that fabric so bad. But I'm being good. I'm trying to be good. You all are breaking me down with it. Pattern available, but not the kit. That's right. Need to wait for my slotted trimmer. I'm just going through here all that I know. All right, so I'm going to take one of these. Now, I'll tell you, I just do a Jenny Doan. She just takes a slotted ruler trimmer and she just puts it all the way over and then slices off. I do not use these, and this is why, because look what happened when I did that. I hit it in a way, so guess what? I don't use that little dog ear thing. I just kind of go in afterwards. You will see, I'm showing you exactly what I do. I just trim those with my scissor at the end. I think it saves my blade and the ruler. I need to like not be here doing this. I would be at my regular table. I don't think I really sit here and trim these, but this is something else I would normally do in front of the TV. Now, I can't tell you how many I have, but I have quite a bit. So you're going to be watching and hearing a lot of quiet. I guess we could play a game. I just can't monitor the game and be serious. Like, you know, this I have to actually, like when it's my sewing, it's no big deal if I make mistakes and whatnot. But this is kind of a big deal. And I've never tried to even attempt to make the sample quilt on a live for fear of messing it. All right. I'll say it's less than 100. Less than 100 HSTs need to be done here. Less than 100. Oops. Okay, I think I'm in, this is the last of the fabric, oh no, I have one more fabric 5. Yep, one more. And then I'm going to go into the red one, which is fabric 3. Okay, so those are done. We'll put those aside. They're the HSTs with fabric 5. Now we're going to go trim up the fabric 3. So it's 2 and 3. Now I started this at 5:30, right, when I came on here to actually construct it. I would say it took me about, I don't know, a half hour to cut it, because I think I got here a little bit after 4:30. And I didn't go on till 5:30, but I was doing other things too. see. Oh, you bought 5 yards because you don't have a lot of stash. Good morning, Sharon. So the zest that you bought, Melanie, I thought there was part of the line. There was two that read like solids in the line of zest. Weren't there two colors that kind of ran like a solid, I thought? I mean, it was geometric. It was a tone on tone. Last, well, this will be the third, so 2 more left. One and 2. All right, so those are done. That goes into my doggy bed stuff. And now it's time to cut the dog ears. All right. So I'm going to just go ahead. It was a big line. All the ones I bought, like you said, geometric. Hello, good morning, Crystal Dragon. Well, it's Rita, but she has a channel called Crystal Dragon House of Creations. And then Fabric Magician Annette Wagner is also a channel, just in case if you were wondering. I just all my scraps and crumbs and made a bunch of quilted cards. Oh, so I have no stash at all. Okay. I used to be like that. Pre-COVID, I had like I bought just what I needed, and then I had whatever little bits left over. That's why during COVID I did a lot of crumb quilting. A lot of scrap quilting because I didn't have much. If you can believe it, I only had like a shoebox of every color. Well, not every color, but of a handful of colors. And then post-COVID, yeah, because then I started actually realizing you can get fabric sent to your house online, and the selection is much larger. It was hard for me though because I felt like I wanted to be in the store to feel it, touch it, look at its color, because sometimes things would come in and it wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be. That happened quite a bit. And I just found out yesterday that our Joann's is closing. It's on the list of closures. So that means there's not going to be a Joann's anywhere near anything around here. Like, we're just not going to have any kind of fabric, anything. Because one of our local quilt shops, which is about a half hour that way, they're going to be closing as well. Oops. So it's kind of sad because the days of going into a shop and petting fabric and picking out and grabbing bolts and putting bolts together to see what they look like. My nose is itchy. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's so itchy. And those days are going to be gone. Sad. Really sad. I really wish that somehow they could have restructured or found someone because we don't have anything around us. And our Joann's was always busy, so I'm not understanding what is going on, because that really was the only like fabric store and craft store in our whole area for a big amount of time, area. And now they're all closing. Like, you can't even go for one that's an hour away or two. Like, there is just nothing. There's no place where you can just run. Like, yes, we get our fabric at a quilt shop, but we're all making quilts. And then, you have that thing, that fabric emergency. And yes, there is such a thing called a fabric emergency. And you need some just basic white or a tan or a cream. You don't want to wait 2 to 3 days to get it. You want that sucker right now. Yep, those days are gone. And then the other quilt shop, that's about a little over an hour away from me, is they're closed by the time I get off of work. And then on the weekends, they're closed, except they have very limited hours. It's a very small window. So yes, I'm sitting here cutting all of these. And I'm going to have to buy batting from them, because I used to get batting from them. I can't read the comments right now because I don't want to cut something I shouldn't have cut. I'm almost done, and I will see what you all have to say. All right, there we are. We have all the dog ears cut off. All right, now we're going to turn on the iron, which I probably should have had that on while I was doing this. All right, so here we go. I'm going through. All right, so while the iron is heating, let's see. You're doing a lot of working. I am doing a lot of working. I had a massive amount of scraps and crumbs. I had enough to make 7 California King quilts and several hundred of the quilted cards. Wow. Yeah. Join the enclave. Is closing all but one in Massachusetts. So sad. And when I found out, so yeah, I was absolutely get mismatched fabric. Yes. I know. During COVID, I was making face masks for local hospital staff. I was making them too. Muriel, that is so funny. The Joann's here in Arizona are not closing. Oh, wow. We have a long arm shop that can order fabric near here, but the hours are for retirees only. Oh, good morning, Kathleen. Yes, that's the problem. Same thing here with the quilt shop. I did find a quilt shop in town, 2 cities over, but yes, I know. The local Walmart here has some fabric, mostly fat quarter bundles, and some 1, 2, and 3 yard cuts. Yes, I get it. I get it. All right, so, oh, it's right here. We're going to open. So these are my other cut stuff, right? So we're going to just move those here. Those are for some other steps. And I am going to come here. And this is going to be I'm just going to move everything over. And let's go ahead and start opening. Now this is the part, I don't have nails, so it kind of is a thing for me. I sometimes use a roll. Actually, let me bring the roll over. The roll sometimes helps. There's a roll. Well, actually, there's two things. I should look at this. This said that this was a open seam presser. I have not tried this yet. So let's see what that does. You still got to have nails to open this. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, that's not really that great. Look at that. It made a smudge on my iron. I don't like that. Now I got to clean my iron. So that's a no to that. That was definitely a no to that. All right. Here we go. So note this, when my iron touched this part, even though it said it was for that, we're just going to continue using that as a clapper. Actually, I'll keep that right on out and then put that down. This, I do know this works. Oh, wow. 2008. Well, yes, Barb. Good morning. They do, they sure do, where they'll bring it out to your car. That's what I did during COVID. I ordered stuff from there. The only problem is because I wasn't in store. I don't know. A lot of times I would order stuff and it was not the color I thought it was going to be in person. So that's why I do order online, but I do like the old-fashioned way of going into the store, petting fabric and all that. Good morning, Norma. So we are opening now all the seams for all these HSTs. Wishing I had those glorious long nails so I could stick my nail right in there and open it up. And this is actually a seamstress tailor. Well, there's something called a tailor ham, which is a little different than this. I have one of those. I don't know where it is right now, but it does look like a canned ham. And then there's this, which is for sleeves, I think. And I'm glad I have used, because I bought this just for a sewing class on how to sew your own clothes class, and that did not go too great. I never did anything after, other than PJ pants. I do like to do PJ pants. So what's interesting is my local Joann's store, and I spoke to the manager, she and I go back, whoa, she's been there forever. And she told me they weren't closing, but the official list that came out yesterday showed that they were closing. I don't know what's going to happen to her. She's always has always done fabric. She's also a quilter. You love touching the fabric too. I know. Dawn says good morning to everyone. So good morning. We're all doing our mornings. All right. Now my hand hurts. that iron is heavy. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Good morning, Joan. I'm going to come in here and pre-open these up. I can't hold that iron anymore. My arm hurts after doing that. All right, here we are. So what time is it? It's 6. Well, it's almost 6:30. While I do this, I can do questions while I do this. I can do that. Let me go get them. So it's not complete dead air. Okay, how to recognize, and these are going to be, I think what we have left is basically medical questions on here. So what was the show? ER, right? ER back in the 90s. Instead of playing, even though this is the worst case scenario survivor game, let's call it the ER game. Oh, we don't have a Hobby Lobby. I'm telling you, that was the only thing we had. We have Walmart. And I don't even know. I don't even walk into that Walmart. So I don't know what they have in there. All right, how to recognize heat exhaustion. A, look for cold and clammy skin, nausea, and confusion. B, look for excessive perspiration and profusely watering eyes and nose. Or C, look for heat blisters and tunnel vision. What border do you have that, Dawn? What border are we talking about? Well, you said something about Massachusetts, right? I don't recall. Are you talking about Rhode Island or New Hampshire? Where in Massachusetts are we talking about? Oh, Dawn, you may want to meet up with me if you are in the Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Massachusetts area. Maybe we can meet up in this, in between, because I will be at the Cape in April. And I will have, there's going to be some stuff happening. You might want, who knows, you may want to come and visit the Cape. There might be a sew session happening in the Cape. Just saying, there's a lot. When I go to the Cape in April, I'm going to be working some, but there's stuff I can't talk about right now. Right? You're in Canada? Oh, yeah, Dawn Stewart. I'm sorry. I have two Dawns on here. Dawn in Canada and and I think Dawn in Massachusetts or Rhode Island. I'm not sure. Sean's here. Okay, good morning. All right, so all these are done. They're pressed open. Now we're going to go do the black ones. So the answer is A. Yes, the answer is A. Look for cold, clammy skin, nausea, and confusion. Let's see. How to recognize snow blindness. How to recognize snow blindness. Snow blindness. Blindness. Okay, I'm going to give you the choices. A, I've never even heard of snow blindness. There is an inability to relax the muscles surrounding the eyes from a squinting position. B, there is a gritty sensation in the eyes, light sensitivity, and a headache. Or C, yellow mucus deposits develop in the corner of the eyes, accompanied by severe nasal pain. Snow blindness. Oops. I have a lot of B's and A. I truthfully I don't know either. I never even heard of it. Good morning, Catherine. So it is B. B is the answer. So for snow blindness, there is a gritty sensation in the eyes, light sensitivity, and a headache. Okay, here we go. How to defend yourself against a mountain lion. I promise you, Dawn, you will not be disappointed when I go to the Cape. I cannot spill the beans. It's killing me. But we decided not to. So those of you who are in the New England area, you may have an opportunity to actually meet a couple, if not more, YouTubers that I know you all follow. All right, how to defend yourself against a mountain lion. Here it is. A, roll into a ball on the ground with your face covered and play dead. B, fight back by hitting the mountain lion in the head and protecting your own neck and throat. Or C, maintain eye contact and sing "The Lion Sleeps Tonight" while backing away from the mountain lion. Now I'm getting a weem away, a weem away. The mighty jungle when the lion sleeps tonight. Lion King. Hello, Anita from Australia. How's the weather there? How is the weather over there in Australia? It is snowing and a little bit miserable here. And what I mean by that is I don't like the cold, and it's cold. If I sang, the lion would run away. I don't think any of them are good. Oh, well, Sean thinks it's A. 30 to 36 degrees Celsius, so it's 90. Oh, whoa, that's hot. That is hot. -10 in Nebraska. Woo! And I was talking about the cold, Joan. Things would be freezing on you. -10. Ugh, that was like a couple of weeks ago when it was -14. It got down to, ugh. I guess I shouldn't be so loud. My son didn't get, my one son, my other son was home, but my one son didn't get home till late because he was plowing. All right, so the answer is actually, let's see, anybody else? Probably near, never see me in Nebraska. So the right answer is B, fight back by hitting the mountain lion in the head and protecting your own neck and throat. That doesn't sound like a good idea to me at all. I mean, none of them sound good to me, but that one, even though it's the correct answer, I guess you're fighting for your life at that point. Wonder if you could get like a stick and poke him in the eye or something. All right. How to soothe a wound in the wilderness. How to soothe a wound in the wilderness. A, rub tree sap between your hands and then apply it to the wound as a soothing sealant. Look, they get really, really flat. I don't know the magic of this thing, but there is magic here. Okay, how to soothe a wound in the wilderness. A, rub tree sap between your hands, then apply it to the wound as a soothing sealant. B, wrap the wound in wet, dark green leaves. Or C, wrap a warm rock in a piece of cloth, then press it against the wound. Well, if you have a wound, just saying, you got to do a whole lot with that wound in order to get to soothe it. I hope you have someone with you to help you out. We have A, B, A if you have nothing else, B, quilter's ham, you iron blocks on it. I love my wool pressing mat. Yep. We have two hams. I guess this could be called a ham too. I have one that actually looks like a ham, and then I have this one. I've been looking for that other one. You know, it's funny how many times I've seen it, and then I say, oh, that's where it is. Next time when I need it, I'll know where it is. Yeah, I don't remember where it is. All right. No more guesses here? All right, so we are actually, it is C. C, wrap a warm rock in a piece of cloth, then press it against the wound. Now you're wounded, and now you're going to have to, how are you going to warm up that rock? I don't know. Lots of questions I have. B, as long as it's not poison oak. Oh, yeah, that would not be good. All right, we have that. So, after fending off that mountain lion by fighting, covering your neck and face and everything else, how to stop heart palpitations. Because after all that, you know we all have heart palpitations. Hi, Joe. Good morning. Vintage Style by Joe is another channel that has come up. Go check her out. And good morning, Charlotte. I am working on our 5-yard quilt. And this one will be for them. So, how to stop heart palpitations, because after fighting that, I'm telling you, I know we all got it after fighting that mountain lion. A, breathe slowly and allow yourself to fully exhale. B, take an antidepressant or muscle relaxer. Or C, while breathing through your nose, French kiss someone very slowly. I can't even believe I said that as a choice. Yes, A, B, A, and relax. Good morning, Annette. Right? Oh, Annette and Melanie. Rick says A. Yeah, I guess nobody wants to be French kissing anybody when they're having heart palpitations. A. All right, we have those. Those are done. D, say, come home with me, little kitty. I do not think C is going to help make it worse. Yeah, exactly. So the answer is A. We are breathing slowly and allow yourself to fully exhale. Okay, I'm going to read this question and then I'm going to read what we're supposed to be doing next. How to effectively ascend a hill on a bike. Good morning, Chloe. A, pedal as fast as possible until you begin to breathe hard, downshift, and stand up while pedaling to the top. B, downshift at the base of the hill and pedal at an even pace, alternating between sitting and standing on the bike. Or C, pedal as quickly as you can, then downshift when you begin to tire. Okay, so now we have that. So here we go. Step 1. Step 1 is 1 and 5. Okay, so now I'm going to make sure all my HSTs are all in the same direction so that I don't have to have a date with Jack. All right, so we have all these. And then we're going to grab these on top. So this is what it should look like. And I'm going to double check, being that this is really important here. It's not like I can do willy-nilly. Okay, so I did that for each right sides together. So, done that. Okay. HST assembly, where is that? To unit, okay, here, unit A. Okay, referring to unit A assembly, we're going to use one of our HST blocks, right, and that, and then sew together. So we are sewing this together like that. And, you know, of course, that is probably showing it to you backwards. But I don't know, maybe I did fix it. So this is my right hand. Are we seeing this, or is that left to you? Deb, I see Deb. Here we go. We have a lot of B's and C's. Get off and walk. Walk the bike up the steep hill, which I never shifted gears and pedals. I don't understand that whole shifting thing. Deb is in the house. Deb S, the Pug Mama Quilter. She's a channel. Go check her out. All right. So the answer is B. Downshift at the base of the hill and pedal at an even pace, alternating between sitting and standing on the bike. Okay, so now I am going to run these through, and I am going to give you some food for thought. Ready? I'm going to go into the other room for 2 seconds and grab something. We haven't done this in a while. And I'm going to sew these. And while I sew these, I could have a discussion about the picture. Okay, here's the picture. You've seen these pictures before. Okay, this is called What Do You Meme? So when you look at this picture, what do you think of? What do you think of? And where can I put this? Can we, here we go. Will it? Well, here you go. Then I got to put it down. Where can I put this down? I was going to see if oh, here, I do have tape. Here we go. We've got some painter's tape here. We're just going to tape it right to the side of the machine. So we're going to put that here. Ready? When you see this meme, right, what do you think? What would be your caption? Like mine, there could be lots of captions looking at that doggy, right? That doggy could be like saying, yo quiero Taco Bell, or mommy, please, can you give me that piece of steak over there? So what would your captions be? It wasn't me. I didn't read them all. Wow, we have a lot of these. All right. Feel like this is going on and on and on. One of my dogs makes the face and it lifts, and he lifts his lip on the side. I'm like, yeah, right. I woke up and saw how long I slept. 5 degrees here. Feels like -11 in Iowa. Iowa? You're in Iowa, Dad? I had no idea you were in Iowa. That is cold. Are you in like the country of Iowa? Like, when I mean like country, like not like, I know Iowa isn't a country. I mean like I'm in upstate New York, so that's the country life. Or are you in like the city life of Iowa? And does Iowa have a city? I guess I don't know anything about Iowa. inquiring minds want to know. And it snowed all day yesterday. I mean, every state has a metroplex city, I'm going to assume. Oh no, I like city life. Yeah, where I live, there's like there's nothing out here. Whole lot of land, whole lot of mountains. Is very different than New York City. Okay, so once you've done all this, I've got to figure out now how we're going to press. And so I may talk to myself, as like I'm doing now anyway, to figure out what is the best way to tackle this quilt. All right, so we have that. All right, so here we go. Good morning, Lori. I'm sure I've missed some people because I am lucky all the amenities are within walking distance from my house. Oh, that's nice. I mean, I have amenities walking from my house too, right? Because I've got I've got gas stations and school, and there is a tiny grocery store, and you know, the post office, the Chinese. You can walk and get like your basic necessities where I live, but nothing big. It's just really old town-ish kind of, you know, like you drive through and you probably didn't know you drove through my town because it was like a 2-second drive. You drove through without knowing you drove through. I can't walk to any places but within driving distance. All right, so we did that. Now what we are going to do is, what are we going to do? Let's see. If I press that way, it can go there. But then what does it look like over here in the picture? Okay, so when I put this together, I actually do not have any, this is not going to be touching any seams. Okay. So let me grab this. So that's how I decide. So honestly, I know they said to press the blocks open, but you didn't necessarily have to because it's not going to touch anything when you put it together. But so I'm just going to put, when I press this, I hope this all works, but I'm going to press this and I'm going to press it to the whole dark side. So that's the square right there. Because we're kind of making a 4-patch. And it's going to not, when we do the next step, it's not going to interfere with anything. So we're going to go ahead and do this. That's how I figure out how to press. All right. Here we are. I need like a narrator. I have to figure out how to get someone on here. I used to be able to figure it out, and then it stopped working for me, and then I gave up. Because Deb, you would be a great narrator. You could be reading comments while I'm sewing. And you could be sewing. All right. Let me go to the next part here. All right. So we have these. Put that there. So we have these units. They're going to look like this. We're going to take half of them. And we are going to put half and half, so it's going to look like this. And yes, it looks like you could probably just take a big piece and snowball the two ends. But the thing is that's not how the pattern is written, so I have to do it the way the pattern is written. I live in a small cul-de-sac, 3 tiny streets for the main road connecting to the shops, restaurants, and hospitals. I feel a bit responsible. I order a lot online. All right, so I didn't read everything, but I have to keep marching on to this. So we are going to take Yo Quiero Taco Bell dog, or whatever you may have said. Let's see. Maybe I want to read some of that because I'm sure it's going to be quite funny. 20 speed. Wait, think of, well, dogs saying, what you're talking about, I did not do. Got treats for me? Are you crazy? Up at 4:30? But the 5 hours of straight sleep? You did what? It wasn't me. One of my dogs makes a face and lifts his, oh yes, I read that. That was kind of funny. All right, so we're going to go, and here we are. How to read color on a map. Again, how to read color on a map. A, the color white identifies ridges and mountains. B, the color white identifies non-forested, non-water areas such as rocks or meadows. C, the color white identifies trails and washes. How to read color on a map. I don't know. I got nothing. I am now going to put these through. We have A, we have C. To tell you the honest truth, that question kind of confused me because it's talking about color, but then the choices all talk about white. Then again, when was the last time I saw a map? I only use Google Maps. Yeah, exactly. I haven't looked at one in so long. All right, so the answer is B. The color white identifies non-forested, non-water areas such as rocks or meadows. That's the right answer. Got a little bit of a history lesson there. All right. How to prevent someone from choking on his or her tongue. White absorbs all colors and black reflects all colors. How to prevent someone from choking on his or her tongue. A, pass a large safety pin or wire through the tongue. Ooh, I don't even know if I can read this. Okay, I'm going to try to read this. Oh, okay, again, how to prevent someone from choking on his or her tongue. Pass a large safety pin or wire, I can't even, through the tongue and pull the tongue out of the throat. Attach one end of the string to the pin and the other end to a button on the victim's shirt. B, quickly flip the victim on his or her stomach. Or C, turn the head of the victim to one side and hold the tongue down with your other hand. Ow. Oh, I just got the creeps. My questions gave me the creeps. Dawn is like not A. C. 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 We have a lot of C's. I think C as well. I was raised to put a wooden spoon in the mouth to prevent choking. I like that choice. Much better. I thought it was you go on your side, you put them on the side and you kind of pull the tongue out or hold it down with a tongue depressor or something like that. All right, so wait till you hear what the answer is. Just wait. I'm almost done here. Just wait till you hear what the answer is. I didn't hear the choices after A. I was telling you that A choice, I could barely get through reading that choice because I was getting visions in my head of that choice, and I did not like those visions. Those visions frightened they scared the living crud out of me is what they did. Good morning, Giovanna. So, how to prevent someone from choking on his or her tongue. Sorry, I just had to finish that off. Ready? The correct answer is A. A. Pass a large safety pin or wire through the tongue and pull the tongue out of the throat. Attach one end of the string, I can't read it, string to the pin and the other end to a button on the victim's shirt. That just sounds horrific. That sounds horrific. And then I was thinking the same thing. She's like, oh no, let me swallow it. But that's crazy, exactly. That is totally crazy. Yes, sorry, dear. Yeah, that is way too crazy. Way too crazy. Way too crazy. And well, yes, they will be unconscious, but I also don't carry a safety pin and a hanger with me all the time. So that would be the first thing. Good morning, Babalota. Oh, yes. So what do you do, Melanie, right? Because I Yes. So we have people at school with seizures and whatnot. So what do you do? Or what have they told you to do? I'm sure they didn't tell you to take a safety pin or a and we don't need, you don't have to pop the seams actually on this because this is not going to touch anything. I don't know. I just, that choice is freaky. It is freaky. All right. Let's go on to something else. So today, this is really, we're playing ER because these are survival questions, but I think I only have medical left. How to recognize malaria. How to recognize malaria. Ready? A, within 24 hours of exposure to mosquitoes, symptoms include vomiting, blurred vision, and a swollen neck. B, within 3 months of exposure to mosquitoes, symptoms include disorientation, dilated pupils, and an aching back. C, within 8 to 40 days of exposure to mosquitoes, symptoms include headache, jaundice, intense chills, and sweating. Getting ready for work, I totally get it. Have fun, I'm on a delay today. Got a lot of C's. You don't put the round part of the wooden inside the mouth, just the handle, right, to bite on. I mean, after reading that question, question A, it sounds like they were already choking on their tongue, and so you had to get it out, but I would think, I don't know, that's just horrifying in so many ways. Sideways. That's what I thought, Muriel. I was told to put them on their sides and stick your hand in there and hold it down. Or find something to hold it down because they can bite you. But all right, so we're going to recognize malaria, and it says C, and everybody's pretty much right. Within 8 to 40 days of exposure to mosquitoes, symptoms include headache, jaundice, intense chills, and sweating. All right, so we're going to go on field trip. We're going to take a break. I need a break. All right, so we're going to take a break. We're going to go on field trip. We are going to go on field trip. Yes, so they don't bite their tongue. Okay. Somebody was held on for review. My D. Oh, that's good. Oh, I have to shut off the light over here. But we're not going to go in here. It's going to be a surprise where I'm going to take you. And hopefully I don't have any mess. As I'm walking, I may have to, I mean, you know. Yep, we're going on field trip. Oh, yes, here we go. I want to see that. There we go. There is, so I changed in here. I changed this. Oh, what? Let's see. There we go. I changed this out monthly. This is this month's right here. And I use, I don't know, can you see that? I use a curtain rod with some like rings. That's how I attach the quilt. And yes, well, that is this is a reversible quilt. So that's the shamrocks, and then here is the Valentine's Day side. And look, this is the snow right there. And there's the snow plow. He's probably going to get up here shortly to probably get some people out of their driveways. All right, let me put on these slippers. We're going dark. We're walking through. Oh, I left the... Nope, that's the wrong thing. I left the TV on all night in this kitchen. Whoops. No, someone else did. Because that plate was not out here last night. He must have came home and ate. Okay. Hopefully my kitchen isn't so terribly... I mean, everything is clean in here. All right, we're in my kitchen. Because I got to make breakfast. Normally on 2-hour delays, I make breakfast for folks. So I gotta do this. We're gonna talk, we're gonna play some games, and we're gonna cook. Look at that. We are going to cook. I'm setting everything there. And oh, I thought we were gonna cook. Well, what happened? I'm gonna say, oh, sorry. I'm gonna say, I thought I knew what I was going to cook. Oh, there's a quilt right there. That's up there. All right, so this is called semi-homemade, okay, because I am going to make some quiche, and I am using just a pie crust. Now, I had some in the refrigerator, but somehow they disappeared. So I have backups in the freezer, and so that's what we're doing. And then I make my own kind of cleaner here. This is vinegar and orange peels. And I use that. And I don't know, this is clean, but before I cook, I like to make sure that I'm clean again. I'm gonna go wash my hands now. And I'm gonna give you a question to ponder. I only make quiche for Christmas. Ready? We're done talking about that tongue. Here you go. How to protect yourself. How to protect yourself from being attacked on the street. A, run toward an area where you can hide from your potential attacker. B, while yelling, run around a parked car so it is between you and the attacker. Or C, use your shoes as weapons. Take them off and throw them at your attacker. And if you're a woman and you have those stiletto heels, you not only throw one, but you take one in your hand and you fight for your life with it. That's choice D. The ghost ate it. Yeah, I'm telling you, you stick one of those in the eyes and one down. Yes, that's not going to be pretty when one hits there. All right, so we got a pie plate, and I got a clear bowl so you can kind of see what I'm doing. All right, and I need a cup measure. some eggs. So these eggs here are the eggs from my chickens. Let's see, right here. So we're gonna be using those today. I'm gonna get this a little closer so I can see. Hi, Zaza. I have lived in the Netherlands. We do not have sexy policemen. What do you mean? What about, wait a second. Did I miss something about sexy policemen? Call a sexy policeman. Well, if you watch Scarlet and the Duke, in England, they must have sexy. Oh no, that's Scotland Yard's actually. Actually, that show is based out of Scotland Yard's. They have some mighty fine looking policemen there. And that show, that is. I don't know if it's a real person. Is there such thing? I guess no, in real person. So this is good practice when you open up eggs to do them one at a time. So if you're wondering why I'm not just going for it. All right, and I'm gonna wash my hands. So fresh eggs, look at the inside of these. Look at how yellow or orange those yolks are. They're not like white, pale, sick looking eggs. They're in really good. All right, so I'm gonna take, that's 6 eggs in here. I don't have measurements for anything. I do everything, I eyeball it. They're always sexy on TV. Keep your eggshells for the garden. Yes, they are good for the garden, but this is the deal. My chickens, well, first of all, we have, our garden now is on our deck and containers because the chickens go down in my garden and eat my garden up when they're in the garden spot. But I don't want them eating their own eggs, shells. Even I would have to pulverize them, because then they start eating their eggs. And I already had a batch that did that. And we think it was because we were putting them in. I have blue eggs from Americana Chickens. Good morning, Rebecca. So welcome to the craft and cooking show this morning. I was getting hungry, and it is a 2-hour delay. People are gonna get hungry. And someone jacked my pie crust from in there, so there we go. Okay. So here we are. I'm going to put about a cup of milk-ish in here. I have 6 eggs. Now, the French would use a half and half or heavy cream, but we're watching our figure, so we're just using regular milk. And then let's see. I'm coming over. So here we go. How to protect yourself from being attacked on the street is B, while yelling and running around a parked car, so it is between you and the attacker. All right. How to remove skunk spray from the outside of a car. So because you were running around the car trying to avoid the tacker, a skunk came by and sprayed that car. So how to remove the skunk spray from the outside of a car? A, wash the car with hot water and ammonia. B, spray the car with hydrogen peroxide, then wipe it off quickly. Or C, wash the car with hot water and vinegar. I will follow your recipe. All right, so now we are going to put fresh pepper. And then we're going to put some salt. And we're going to mix. And then we're going to be lazy because we're not chopping up garlic. We're just going to use garlic powder. I find it's easier. I throw in some of that. And then I have a lot of spices if you can't tell. I actually have 2 cabinets like that of spices because we here cook Indian food, and you need a lot of spices, and Thai food. We cook a lot of international stuff, and so therefore I have a lot of spices. Okay, and then I go to Trader Joe's and I end up with more spices. So this is called Italian style sofrito, and in here is dried onion, tomato, like sun-dried tomatoes, some sea salt, crushed garlic, chili peppers, parsley, dried rosemary, and sage leaves. I don't know. I like that, so I just stick some of that in there. You don't have to. This is just, I just put it in there for a little bit more oomph. All right. Let's see, any questions? Citric acid is in vinegar, and that works well on the stink. 32 degrees here at the ooh, wow. I also do have a lot of spices, and we don't have, you don't have that here. It is not Italian. We don't have that here. You don't have that there, and it's not Italian. I didn't think it was Italian. If you don't have spaghetti and meatballs, I'm sure you don't have the Italian sofrito by Trader Joe's. So B, spray the car with hydrogen peroxide and wipe it off quickly. Okay. How to make a splint. I would kill for some kun pao kai with white rice now. Okay, Giovanna, that's what I was thinking. But I don't buy pre-made. Yeah, I make my own too, but I bought that and it's actually pretty decent and good. All right, so ready? Good morning, Raven. So, how to make a splint in the wilderness. A, make the splint out of material that is firm but malleable and long enough to incorporate the joint above the fracture. B, only use a portable medical splint. Constructing your own splint may cause further damage. C, make the splint out of any stiff material that is long enough to incorporate the joints above and below the fracture. So again, this is semi-homemade. Yes, I make my own pie crust, but not on 2-hour delays. That's why I keep this stuff in the freezer and I defrost it for just said moments. But there's nothing wrong with semi-homemade. Okay, you unroll it, and we're just gonna put it in here. Ay, ay, ay. I am not having luck this morning with this. It's because I defrosted it in the microwave instead of defrosting it in the fridge. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Here we go. Patch, patch, patch. Now, nobody is making anything fancy here. We're not fluting pie crust. Yes, I can flute a pie crust, but we're not doing that. I actually use my biggest one. Less carbs. All right. So we have that. Okay, this. And we have that. So last night, I made some spinach. So we have some spinach in here. So we're going to dump that in there. Normally, quiche comprises of whatever vegetables I have left over. Becomes a quiche. If I have bacon or ham, I'll throw that in. I don't have any of that. So it is going to be spinach. And I sliced mushrooms yesterday. I made, I don't know, like a Spanish style thing. And I basically took chicken and put sliced mushrooms, sliced onions and peppers, and I sauteed everything with some Spanish spices and ate it with corn tortillas. Kind of taco-like. And so I sliced up everything. So we've got some mushrooms. It was a spinach mushroom quiche is what's happening here. Okay. Then we're going to put so I love this. I get this at Aldi's, Swiss, and Gruyere. Oh, that's my oven telling me it's ready. And then I just come here and put on, I layer the cheese right in there. Okay. Mix this up a little bit more. And I throw this all on top. I'm going to put that in here. All my spices and everything stuck at the bottom. I'm going to grab, there we go. Now that I've done that, I want to add some tomatoes. So I take one of my tomatoes and I'm going to wash it. And as to not dirty more dishes, I'm just going to slice the tomato right on here. I like the way a tomato tastes when it's on a quiche because it bakes on the top and becomes like this sun-dried type of experience going on. All right. And now that's going to go into my oven. It's 375 on convection bake. And I'm going to take my timer and I am going to set it for about 30 minutes and I'll check it at 30 minutes. And I'm just going to leave all this mess here for later on. And we're going to go back up now. Field trip is over. I'm heading over for breakfast. Hi, Sheila. All right. Oh, wait, did I show you? Do I even have one? Oh, yeah, let me show you that one. I don't think I showed you. Hold on. Okay, so there is, oops, sorry, that quilt right there. And if you notice, I did the same thing with the HSTs, I think, on this quilt. I added them on the sides. So, can you see it now better? Where it's, as I'm kind of getting you seasick. Take care, Babalota. Sorry I didn't finish the quilt. Yeah, I'm gonna finish the quilts, but we need food. My bowl of granola has, wait, my bowl of granola looks less interesting now. Sorry. All right, I'm shutting off lights as I go. Me and my lights. Not only are you getting a quilting behind the scenes, you're also getting a cooking behind the scenes. Bye, Zaza. Have a good day. Or night. I think it's night there. Oh, you know what I forgot to add in there? That's okay. Ricotta. I love ricotta in. See, that's the Brooklyn name, the ricotta. The ricotta is so good when you stick like a spoonful in there. Oh, actually, we got a good amount of snow out there. I thought we didn't, but actually we did. All right, so here we are. Situate myself again. Oh, it's still day there. Okay, so here we are. So how to make a splint in the wilderness? The answer is C. Make the splint out of any stiff material that is long enough to incorporate the joints above and below the fracture. All right, what is all this? This is probably information we should know. All right, let me go and see what our next step is. So we did this unit. This is called Unit A Assembly. So now we're going to go to Unit B Assembly, and we are going to come here and make sure that all our HSTs are in the right direction. Luke? Luke, I have a quiche in the oven. All right. Sorry, y'all. He's got to go plow driveways. He'll be home for breakfast in a little bit. Okay. So, yes. So, the first step is to do this. I can't tell you how many times I don't do this on my own quilts, and then I have a date with Jack, and then I'm not a happy camper. So we'll do this. Move this like that. All right, so we have these, and now what we need to do is the same thing. So we need to make sure that this is facing that way, and then this goes on the bottom. So where the other one went on the top, oh, you can't even see. I'll show you. It looks like that. Okay, so we are going to go ahead we are definitely going to go ahead and do that. And we are going to sew these. And while I run these through the machine, let me give you something to think about. Okay, how to read a compass. I like cream cheese with my scrambled eggs. Is he a sexy Jacqueline? No, No, he's the kind that I want to smack around. Um, he is this annoying skinny little thing. Oh, is the timer making noise? Can you hear the timer? Is it driving us nuts? I promise you it's not a bomb. All right. How to read a compass. A compass always points magnetic north. B, a compass always points true north. C, a compass always points at the North Star. And I don't know how to read a compass, so I really have no clue the answer. Okay. We will take Mr. Chickadee, because I'll hear him, and we will put him far, far away from us. Like right there. All right. He's out of sight right now, and hopefully you can't hear him anymore. Well, we have a lot of A's, so A's must be the answer, is my guess. Did I do that right? Yeah. Whoa. The North Pole has shifted in the last 10 to 20 years. Okay. I did not know that. So A compass always points magnetic north. Yep. Just, what? You heard gunshots outside, Joan, at your place? That's scary. I mean, we hear them here during hunting season. Wow. Are you in a city or are you in the country or what's going on? A compass is a very helpful. Your GPS takes you down a wrong road. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, this is very frightening. Okay, ready? We're going to go on this whole compass thing, okay? How to make a compass with a needle. And this is good to know. We all have needles. We all have needles with us, okay? So here, how to make a compass with a needle. A, stroke the needle against wool, then balance it on a matchstick. B, stroke the needle against cotton, then balance it on your fingertip. Or C, stroke the needle against silk, then balance and suspend it from a thread. Well, we have an A. Morning, Sharon. Joan, keep us updated. Now we're all going to be worried. You know, stranger things have happened here not too long ago, and the city of, there's, a city of about a half hour from my house. There was gunshots on the street, and it went through a person's house and killed a poor little one, a 2-year-old. And the 2-year-old was just sitting there watching TV. It was horrible. So let's make sure you're safe. All right, I got distracted. All right, so the answer to it is, yeah, exactly. Our whole area was just beside ourselves. And there was multiple. They were not targeting that house. It just happened to be. Not sure which would make static electricity. So the answer is C. Stroke the needle against silk, then balance on and suspend it from a thread. All right. How to avoid the wrong reading from a compass. How to avoid the wrong reading from a compass. A. Don't hold the compass while standing on the side of a steep hill. B. Don't hold the compass while standing in water. C. Don't hold the compass next to a metal object. The first compass, so we have a lot of C. The first compass was created from a piece of magnetic iron that fell from the asteroid. It broke off and was found by a Moor who was living with Vikings in Norway. It guided the ship in fog. Oh, that's cool. That's a good piece of history and information. So the answer is C. Don't hold the compass next to a metal object. Now let's go see what the backside is. So cool. All right. How to survive in a plummeting elevator. Ooh. I hope we're only on the first story and not like 25 stories up. Because I'll tell you, I will need new clothing afterwards. All right. How to survive in a plummeting elevator. A. Open the elevator ceiling door and try to climb out before impact. B. Crouch in the corner closest to the control panel. Or C. Lying face down on the floor in the center of the car, cover your head with your hands. I'm a descendant from Vikings. That's so cool. A, we have an A. I was just about ready to put that wrong. A, we have a C. Now, I must have not cut enough of these. Yeah, I must have not cut enough of these, or I put 2 in one by accident. That has happened before. I'm missing 2. So, yeah. I did something. Let's see. Well, we all know because when I iron, you ever do that where you sew 2 pieces to 1 piece? It's very annoying. So, C, okay, just freaked me out. Okay, that's fine. Glad to hear that you're okay, because you freaked us. Making sure you're okay. All right, so you want a more freaking out? Yeah, we'll give you another freak out, Joan. How to survive a plummeting elevator. A, open the elevator ceiling door and try to climb out before impact. B, crouch in the corner closest to the control panel. Or C, lie facing flat on the floor in the center of the car. Cover your head with your hands. And I would have one AM below my hand and the other above my hand to stabilize. No elevators for me. So the answer is C. Ooh, it smells good. I don't drink coffee, but I do love the smell. Yes, so it is lie facing down on the floor in the center of the car and cover your head with your hands. Luke? He can't hear me because I'm not screaming at him. I was going to see if you could do more water. All right, so we are going to press these, and we are going to press these. Oh, I have to turn on my iron. We're going to press them towards the solid square. And the right answer to this whole elevator fiasco, I saw one wrong. Oh, well, yeah, we're going to see one wrong, all right. I'm sure we are. Like right here. Right here. And here is the pieces. You see what I mean? Look, bloop. We got a little book going on. All right, so the answer is C, lying down flat on the floor in the center of the car. Cover your head with your hands. Ooh, that is scary. Okay, how to conserve energy when traveling on foot. A, take long, deep breaths and wear sleek, tight-fitting clothing. B, rest frequently and wear loose clothing. Or C, proceed slowly and steadily without taking breaks and snack often. And snack often. I like the snack often. I'm having all kinds of problems. My hands are doing some weird stuff right now. All right, there we go. So I'll put that there. We have, what if there are a bunch of people in the elevator? Yeah, I don't know. Then you all pile on top of each other? I have no clue. Good question. You pray that you're the one in the center? They are hungry. Yeah. Oh, there's the other one. See? Here's the book again. I knew that something stuck. That's normally what happens when I'm short a piece. It's because somewhere something is stuck. It could be worse. All right, so next question, and this shorter. The answer to the question is B, rest frequently and wear loose clothing. So other words, do not wear hoochie mama clothes when you're going to go traveling. You actually have to wear like loose fitting linen type of clothing. Answer first, I know. I caught myself, Giovanna. Okay, how to remove foreign matter from your eye. How to remove foreign matter from the eye. A, remove the foreign matter, flush the eye with disinfectant and keep it closed. B, lean the victim forward with the eye open and then lightly smack the back of their head to remove the foreign matter. Or C, gently remove the foreign matter as well as possible. Cleanse the eye with the cleanest water you have available and bandage both eyes. Let's see what we got. C, A, C's. My seam rippers are horrible. They are not sharp. I have to go on a seam ripping expedition, I think. Last year I bought, I think, around this time, I think I bought like 6 of them. But they are all so very dull. Oops, what did I do here? A, we have C's and we have A's. I'm very annoyed with this. This is my sharpest one too. I think I need to go online. Did you hear there was a plane that goes straight to Puerto Rico from North Carolina now? Oh, really? No, I did not know that there was a plane that goes straight to Puerto Rico from North Carolina. That's kind of cool. Is it JetBlue? Because I have some friends who are moving to North Carolina. Do you have a favorite seam ripper? Yes, I normally love clovers. They're normally very sharp, but I think I've done one too many mistakes. I carry normal saline for eye wash. Good morning, ladies. Yes, good morning. All right, so I just took off this piece, so this is already there. I just need to pass it through again. Same thing with this. I'm just going to take off that one and pass it through. It's not so terrible. And then now I have my pieces for this one here. If I destroyed this, the good news is you still have scraps to cut from. So the answer, let me run these through. Did I do that right? Just make sure. Yep. And put one of these in. So the answer is C. Gently remove the foreign matter as well as possible. Cleanse the eye with the cleanest water you have available, and bandage and bandage both eyes. And so that's what we're doing there. Okay, so here I am pressing. Excuse me. So now we have these, and we are going to take these. I'm going to do half of them. So I have here 4 here. Okay. All right, and now we've take these and we're gonna rotate one And we're going to get a unit that looks like that, which kind of looks like a flip and stitch, but it's not. And we are going to, oh, we're going to do that. So we did that. Let's see what's the next one. Here we are. How to recognize a diver. Wait, how to recognize a diver having an air embolism. An air embolism. I use my old sea riggers to remove dog hair from the vacuum brush. Works better than anything I've ever tried. Well, I don't have any dogs, but I would think that's a great hack right there, what you can do. I wish you could just sharpen them. I really do. Because I feel like it shouldn't be a disposable situation. There should be some kind of invention that was made to sharpen them. Okay, but now these are our choices. How to recognize a diver having an air embolism. A, within several hours of resurfacing, the victim has sharp pains in the legs, which are shortly followed by fainting spells. B, within minutes of resurfacing, the victim becomes disorientated and suffers chest pain or a seizure. C, the victim develops slurred speech and a headache as he or she surfaces. Wait, what? Sandpaper. Oh, you think that you can with sandpaper? Is there a YouTube on that? So we have some B's. A C. So the right answer, are we almost there? Give a couple more. And then we're gonna go to the boomer and new questions. I don't know, I put them down somewhere around here. If you have hand drill like the Dremel with tiny round sandpaper discs, you can sharpen them. Oh, huh. I don't think I have anything like that, but maybe someone here in the house does. All right, so the answer is B. Within minutes of resurfacing, the victim becomes disorientated and suffers chest pain or a seizure. Okay. How to recognize a diver having the bends. I don't even know what the bends are. All right. A, victim loses bladder and bowel control, experiencing tingling in the arms and legs, and itches within several hours of resurfacing. Sounds like DDTs. B, the victim experiences drowsiness and swelling of the tongue and feet within minutes of resurfacing. C, the victim experiences a throbbing pain radiating up and down the spine and uncontrollable sneezing as he or she surfaces. We got a B. Guess what time it is? Let's see if he can go check it out. Luke, can you check downstairs and see if that quiche is done? Please. I wouldn't mind having some hot water too. All right. That's when you surface too quickly. Gotcha. And they call it the bends. I wonder who came up with that name. So the answer is A. The victim loses bladder and bowel control, experiencing tingling in the arms and legs and itching within several hours of surfacing. Put this away. We did that. We did that. Let's see. What did I do with my box of questions? Here they are. I walked all around this. Well, I got my exercise this morning. Okay, with B, we need to use the safety pin. Yes, right? Okay, new school. Oh, we already did that. Jack and Rose was from Titanic. Okay, new school. When a person is described as extra, what does that mean? When a person is described as extra, what does that mean? Then someone is fat, over the top. These are our choices. Fat, over the top. Bye, Annette. Luke, did you check that quiche? Outstanding. All right, here we are. Dramatic, high maintenance. I'm still finishing up with the dogs, but I had to comment on this one. Extraordinary or just super dramatic. I went to the doctor today, see if I can get a gastric bypass. I don't even know. Oh, is that? I think I know what that is. I'm not quite sure though. All right, ready? They are over the top dramatic. Okay, new school. What does it mean to be ghosted? What does it mean to be ghosted? New school, new school, new school question. What does it mean to be ghosted? I'm being ghosted right now. They ignore you. To lose weight. Whoa, I'm hitting everything. They ignore you. Are you checking the quiche? Children. You gotta tell them about 20 times before they do it. Online, they ignore you. Messages, calls not returned. When your bae is mad at you. Not answering any calls or emails. So yes, so this says, someone disappeared from your life, usually by not replying to texts and other contact. All right, going to the boomers. Boomer questions, ready? What song was played when TV channels signaled off at the end of the day? Oh, I know that. I didn't know that was a song, though. Wasn't it an annoying bee? I thought. But like 4 more minutes?
Like 3 or 4 minutes, something like that.
3 or 4 more minutes. Okay.
I gotta go my driveway.
All righty. Well, it'll be here when you get back.
All right,
Love you too. Be safe. Bye-bye. Okay. Set. Oh, I'm not going to bring that over here because it's going to make noise. Okay, just set it. Let's see. The national anthem. Wait. Oh, here it is. That is different for every country. Star Spangled Banner. I'm done finally. Okay, so I thought it was just an annoying beep. But apparently the national anthem was the thing. Okay. What year was the space shuttle What year was the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster? I remember that. Do you know we were in class watching that thing go off because, you know, there was that teacher on there, the whole 9 yards, and then that thing blew up in front of all of our faces? Scarred us all, I think. Okay, so this here is Unit Assembly A. This here is Unit Assembly B. Now we are going to go on to Unit Assembly C. So Unit Assembly C is right here. So you're going to be using one fabric number 3, and my fabric number 3 is the red fancy swirl. Okay, well, this is all I have left of the fancy swirl. So my guess is this, okay? Yes, this is it. And one fabric number 4, and that would be the floral on white. That's these units that they had you cut. And you are going to make the amount they called for, okay? The amount they called for. So this goes with that. And then unit D, because this is CD area, you're going to take your fabric 1, which is this, with this lot here. Now, they are having you draw a diagonal line on this. We are not doing that because we don't got that time. We don't have that kind of time. So what we're going to do is I am going to put this on here. And I already have seam tape on here. So I'm just going to follow my seam tape. And then I had, oh, here it is. I had some blue tape. And I'm going to take this blue tape, whoa, and smack myself right in the face while I do it. I'm going to take this blue tape. Oh, what's already stuck on here with its sticky? Oh, there's stickies on here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is really stuck on. That is not going anywhere. Those are good stickies. Those are like a reusable sticky thing. Okay, so I just put that on, and we are going to make sure I do the right thing on the right side because they're different. So fabric 1, using fabric number 3 and fabric number 4. So this one's the fabric number 4. So now I need to make sure that the diagonal, we're going to grab this, and we're stitch and flipping, that the diagonal is going this way. See? We want it to go that way. So therefore, let me do one, double check. I just want to double check that I'm doing this right, because I wouldn't hate to have to seam rip this many. It's a lot. It is a lot. Yes, that's it. Okay. So now I know. Now I know I take this here. All right, and then we are going to run it through this way. Oh, this is good. All the kiddos are going to love these flip and stitch corners that I'm going to do. So I'm grabbing that. Yeah, we are going to go here. And we're going to run these all through. And then we'll have to see what our next step is. So I already kind of in my mind have kind of thought of some things that I could do with this pattern. Other than this sample, I have some ideas, and I should not be throwing another thing in this crazy whirlwind mind that I have, but I do have some thoughts of maybe doing something really funky, all because I'm kind of curious what this would look like all in scraps. Curiosity, I tell you, curiosity. Let's see. So I graduated in 1996, and I was 4th period geometry class at the time. Yes. It was 1986, 1984. Oh my goodness, it's so cold outside. The wind chill is ridiculous. I was watching my friend in her dorm room. So it is 1986. 1986. Pretty old school. What cultural icon starred in Rebel Without a Cause? What cultural icon starred in Rebel Without a Cause? I don't hear that ticking anymore, but I didn't hear that ring. Did you hear that ring? All right. Give me a second. I'm going to just check it. All right, here we go. I had to cut a piece because I had to show it to you. Look. There it is. There it is. This is the $10 quiche. Quiche used to be a cheap thing to make. Now, where do I put this? I can't get this on this food. I don't bring food normally in here. Here, I'll put it in here. Quiche used to be a cheap food, not anymore. With each egg that I'm getting from my chickens, it's like a $10 egg. Delicious. If you only had smell-o-vision, it smells so good. Let's see. I have no idea what the temperature is. I'm starving and thinking about quiche or sausages, and it's too cold to buy ingredients. Sorry, Barb. Yeah. Okay. So what culture icon starred in Rebel Without a Cause? I have no idea, but it is James Dean. James Dean is the answer. James Dean. Okay. What horror movie caused people to faint and leave the theater in 1973? What horror movie caused people to faint and leave the theater in 1973? I'm going to have to make a Costco run for eggs today. Okay, Sheila, be prepared to pay $30 or something like that, probably. If there's any there. Exorcist, Poltergeist. Neither one of those movies I've ever watched because they scared the living you-know-what out of me just looking at the trailer. I feel like The Exorcist is a good, I have no clue though. Me neither. Exorcist. So it is The Exorcist. Oh, here, this is going to be fun. Oh, this is good. Okay, everybody pay attention. Ready? Pay attention. This is a long one. They are good movies. Yeah, no, thank you. Fill in the blanks. This could be really bad. Okay? This could be really bad. Fill in the blanks. I'm a blank. He's a blank. She's a, and this is old school question, not new school question. So let me do it again. I'm a blank. He's a blank. She's a blank. We're a blank. Wouldn't you like to be a blank too? We could play Mad Libs. That would be funny. If I started reading some Mad Libs and everybody was putting in their own, filling in the blank. Oh, I don't remember this. You are all being very good because I thought maybe I was going to get some interesting answers. Oh, that's a great idea, Leanna. Okay, I'm going to have to get some Mad Libs. Yes, I'm going to have to do it. I think that will be funny. I'm going to see if they have it in game form. All right. What was the skipper's? And yes, Pepper is right for Dr. Pepper. I was hearing Mr. Rogers. Oh, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Yeah, that wasn't in it. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I watched a lot of that. All right. What was Skipper's nickname for Gilligan in Gilligan's Island? What did the skipper call Gilligan? on Gilligan's Island. Oh, thank you, Sharon. You too. Yeah, feed went up. Yeah. Well, in a way, everything has gone up, but mostly in the winter time, you don't get that many eggs. So you're feeding them a lot more. It's costing you. Okay, raising chickens is not cheap, folks. So for those who want to go on here and say, I mean, there are people right now who've never raised a chicken before, and they're all going crazy over the egg prices, and now people are selling hens for a ridiculous amount of money right now for a hen, just like in COVID when people were paying all that money. And right now, I've got all this feed. I'm feeding them, and I'm only getting 1 or 2 eggs a day. Okay, and a bag of feed is anywhere from, if you can find it on sale for $25, anywhere to $30, and some places sell it for $40. 1 bag of feed. So just saying, you may not be saving money on raising your own chickens. Though what you are doing is getting really delicious eggs. Like, I do not like store-bought eggs. I can't take the taste of them anymore. Unless it's in a deviled egg for some reason. Yeah, exactly. And I put a light in the coop with a time. I had that. I know I've done that in the past. The problem is that it was getting so cold here, and our girls were not this new batch. You know, chickens have personality. And when you get batches of chickens, they all have their own personality as a group, right? And this community of chickens did not like that light on, because any other years I've had the light on, right? Well, these girls don't, and they refuse. They refuse to go into their coop with the light on, and they stay outside. And this was during the time when it was like negative, really, really bitter cold, negative degrees. And Honey and I were not going to fight with them to get into their coop. So we got rid. It's possessed. It's poltergeist. We got rid of the light, and then they went back in. So yeah, they do not like the light. So it means less eggs, but we have happy chickens. Oh, look at this. Mr. Salty's here this morning. We're working on a 5-yard quilt. We went down to my kitchen and cooked up some good old food. Look at this yummy. This is what we made earlier today. We made some quiche. Yes, we were busy. Yes, we have. We never did the light on the evenings, only in the morning. Oh, well, that might be a good idea. I mean, right now, they're just going to stay where they're at because I have to go outside. And, oh, I did something again. I have 2 extra. Hopefully I didn't take. We'll see. I might have cut those extra, though. I have to shovel them out, and I'm not in the mood for that right now. They have plenty of food and water to get them through the afternoon. When the meat was being rationed at the stores, people were grabbing the duck for food. Eat your breakfast, Land. No, I'm not really that hungry right now. I just brought it up to show you. It's all good. All right, here we go. New school question. Are we ready? Oh, wait. Little Buddy was the answer to the skipper's nickname for Gilligan. Okay. What does it mean when you swipe right on someone? What does it mean when you swipe right on someone? You like them. Saying no, you like them. You accept. No idea. You accept. Okay. So the answer is, it means you like them, usually associated with the dating app Tinder, but used in many contexts. Real, I thought swipe left was yes. I don't know. I don't swipe left or right anymore. Those days are over. And I didn't have those swipe left and rights anyway to begin with. Okay, ready? New school question. What is the Tide Pod Challenge? What is the Tide Pod Challenge? Swipe it left to brush them away. Ah. Eating? Yeah, I'm going to eat it, but I think it's still too hot. I don't want to burn the roof of my mouth. Okay, so we have all these done now, and then when we iron them, they should look like this. And that would be correct. All right, and now we're going to do the other ones. Whoop. Which are these, and we're going to flip and stitch these. What, when idiots are a Tide Pod, natural selection, the stupidest thing ever. Wasn't that when the kids were eating the Tide? Ooh, that would taste disgusting, I would think. Like, why would you want to suck one of those down your mouth and then, like, what do? Do they swallow it whole, or do they chew on it? Oh, oh, that's disgusting. There's nothing, like, there are a lot of other things. I better watch what I say, because I was just about ready to say something that wasn't going to sound right. But, like, there are a lot of things that you can taste. Didn't some people do that? That's why now they come with do not eat warnings. That is just ridiculous. That is really, really ridiculous. What is wrong with these kids? Ay, Dios mío, these kids nowadays. Let's see. Okay. So now we're going to do the fabric one. And fabric one, let's see if I did it right. I'm going to do two. This way, if I did it wrong, it's only two that I need to. I'm going to read what they describe that as. And I do. I want to know if they eat them or they swallow them. Because I can't imagine you would put that in your mouth and be eating that where you can taste it. If you swallow it, you don't taste it. And maybe that's why the kids did it, because I just don't get it. So this is what you want. You want a flip and stitch that goes this way. I match it to the picture because they show you a picture, and we're on a good path here. That's in the 70s, they ate pop rock candy with carbonated soda. They're bored and too used to instant gratification. But what's instant gratification about eating detergent? Oh, yes, good for you, Deborah. You have that day off. All right. Tide Pod Challenge. Ready? What time is it? Because I do have to go to school, but in 2 hours. Okay. An online challenge where people are actually eating Tide Pods used for washing clothes. That is super disgusting. That must taste just horrific. Because if they're actually eating it, ugh. Okay, let's move on to something less death wish. Yeah, true or false? Most Gen Zers want to have an impact on the world with their jobs. Most Gen Zers want to have an impact on the world with their jobs. All right, I'm going to try a piece of this, but I've got to get this away from this fabric. Let me go and move this here. I'll tell you, I'm going to do the taste test. That is good. Very good. Super delicious. So if you weren't with me this morning when I made the quiche, go and rewind or fast forward or do whatever. You can follow along on what I did. You won't regret it. It doesn't say if it's positive or negative. No, it doesn't. So this is what they're saying, okay? They want an impact on their own life, too selfish to better the world. And it says true. Most Gen Zers want to have an impact on the world with their jobs. 60% said yes, compared to 39% of millennials. But it doesn't say anything about it. Okay, true or false? 1/3 of Gen Zers would like to retire at age 60. Remind me again the age bracket of Gen Zers. I think that's false. Good morning, Molly. They want to retire earlier, 1997 through 2012. Okay, so my daughter's, I guess, a millennial, and then my other two sons are this Gen Zers, okay? False. I want to retire at 58, but I am not a Gen Zer. False. Okay, so they say true, although only 17% thinks that it's an actual possibility. All right, here we go. True or false? Gen Zers receive an average of $7 per week in allowance. Gen Zers received an average of $7 a week in allowance. Well, my kids would tell you, what's an allowance? Just saying. In the U.S., true. What age are these kids? Doesn't say. I have strong thoughts about allowances, so. There's work in this household, and there is There's work and there is gifts. I didn't run an allowance situation in my home, even though I know that's an unpopular topic. It seems like a lot for an allowance. College, false. I would say more. Okay. So the answer is false. They actually earn an average of $16.90. That's 44 billion per year in total. Wait, that doesn't even make sense. They actually earn an average of $16.90. That's 44 billion per year in total. Oh, I guess of all Gen Zers. All right. Yeah. So my thought is, if you live in this home, I do chores. I go to work, I do chores to keep this household going. Nobody pays mommy to do chores. Nobody gives me an allowance to go do chores. So guess what? Everybody does their fair share in this house. Everybody does their fair share. That doesn't mean that they didn't get stuff. They got stuff, but they got them as gifts. I never wanted to threaten them that if they didn't do their chores, they're not getting their allowance. That's not, I didn't want to go that route. So that's me personal. That's my personal take on it. There's nothing wrong. I was a girl who got an allowance. I did. I got an allowance when I was a kid. Everybody's got a parent differently, and I respect all that. But, you know, there's work. There's having to maintain your home. Nobody pays you to maintain your own home. And then there's gifts. And we got lots of gifts. I don't think my kids missed out on anything. You know, I gave them, I guess that is kind of an allowance, right? When you give them money for ice cream to go to school and get ice cream. I did that. And the kids always, like, they would work around, like they'll do extra. Like we did have little jobs that they would get paid for to do at home. You know, there was that. Now kids, let's see. Okay, here we go. Here, teens were doing it too, went viral, and a bunch died and were hospitalized. That must be for Tide Pods. Maybe they got an allowance and bought Tide Pods with their allowance money. I had to always work for my money. What the heck? No allowance for me or my kids. I also did that with my kids. Now kids have cell phones and access to social media, not just their neighborhood. My kids did not get allowance either. My kids got stuff and money when they needed it, but they had to help out. Yeah, different house, different rules. It all works for the most part. That's right. You have to do what works for you and your family. And I got an allowance that didn't make me any different. I also think it's the day and age that you live in at that particular time. So my kids lived in a day and age where video games and cell phones were coming out, and I did not want them to basically have an easy way to get those things. So by not giving them an allowance kind of slowed down a little bit of the technology buying. That is feeding them. My son got extra for cutting the grass when that's right. My kids had to save up for all their phones and stuff. They shoplifted the Tide Pods? Well, we didn't have Tide Pods. So I was too broke for Tide Pods. I'm still too broke for Tide Pods. We don't have that. Yeah, we have, I'm thinking, wait, do we have that downstairs? No, we have liquid soap. My son Bobby took the Red Cross course and started babysitting for money. Yeah, my daughter worked at the local IGA. I guess indirectly I did give him an allowance, and I think about it because, you know, I gave him money for ice cream. They wanted to go out with their friends for pizza. I gave them money, you know. But it's so funny because my kids always kind of, you know, did their chores and whatnot. And I mean, age appropriate chores. We're not talking about like anything crazy. Age appropriate chores. And, but now as adults, when they're home, that doesn't happen. I don't know what happened. It's like they went to college and when they came back, they forgot about all the things they did before they went to college. I haven't heard that in years. Makes me homesick. What? Oh, IGA. Yeah. IGA. Yes, that's our little local food store. Okay, here we go. Most millennials know how to properly check their tire pressure. True or false? Do most millennials know how to properly check their tire pressure? Living and Crafting with MS. Hello. That's another channel that came in to join us. Giovanna is also a channel. I don't think I mentioned that. Go check out Giovanna. She's showing you some things from Italy. False, false, false. I want to say they do. My daughter had to show a male colleague in his 40s how to check his tire pressure. Was he cute? Was she enjoying that? No, they depend on the free pressure reading at the pump. My kiddos do because we do it and made sure they do too, but so many don't. Alex, yes, that's Alex. All right, so I have this. So I'm going to say, because of my daughter and what she told me when she went to college, that they do not know how to check their tire pressure. My daughter does. All my kids do. My kids know the basics of stuff. You know, how to sew a button, that kind of stuff. You know, but I would say it's probably false. Let's see what it says. It says false. Only 8% can do it properly. But if they needed to, they would look it up on the internet because it's all there. They probably would YouTube it. Honestly, they probably would YouTube it. They did teach you when you get your driver's license. Yes. Ready? True or false? 1 in 4 workers aged 18 to 25 don't take a single paid vacation day. 1 in 4 workers aged 18 to 25 don't take a single paid vacation day. False, true. They would think it's higher, but they take plenty of unpaid time off. I think it's false, but they don't, because they don't have any vacation days. Here you get 5 weeks and 5 public holidays, paid vacation regardless of age. Wow, that's fabulous. Have you had to take it? All right, so now we have these. And what we're going to do is have all our units ready to go. So I'm going to iron these units. European policy. Wow. Well, that's great because I need that. I so need that. I'd be in Puerto Rico. Okay, so the answer is true. Fewer than 1 in 10 Americans of all age groups combined can say the same. All right. Gen Zers account for up to $143 billion in direct spending. Well, you know what? I kind of would think that's true because what? They're the age of those video games, and I think all those video games they buy costs money, right? I want to say, like, not only do you have to pay for the games, but you have to pay for like other things that are within the games, like in-game purchases. Now let me see it for pressing purposes. I just want to see for pressing purposes. Okay, so we do need to alternate. So the black, so these black ones actually should be pressed in. The black ones should be pressed in. And then the white ones should be pressed out so that they're alternating so things nest. This is how I figured. You have to look at your blocks touching and the final, with the final sew, like when you put the rows together. So these are gonna go in. So what do we think? True, does not want to work this hard this morning. No, but this is my job. This is a paying job. I'm actually doing my paying job on my channel right now. Okay, so the answer is true. Without accounting for the influence they have on a household spending. True, with accounting for the influence they have on the household spending. Okay. Here we go. Old school. Oh, my honey. Michelle, are you here lurking? Because this question is for you and Sheila and any of my sports lovers. But my honey, he loves the Jets. Even though they lose all the time. Who was the New York Jets quarterback that wore pantyhose in a TV commercial? Look at that. That Jets quarterback who wore pantyhose was ready to go swimming. He was all ready to go swimming. Also, if his windshield wipers weren't working in his car, he'd be ready too. And then someone explained to me, why was he wearing pantyhose in a commercial? I want to know what that was all about. Joe Namath, haha. Sheila. Sheila's quiet. Joe Namath. Joe Baby. Okay, question now. Why was he wearing pantyhose? Inquiring minds want to know. It is Joe Namath. It is. But why was he wearing pantyhose? I'm not familiar with that commercial. Was it a football thing that you wear pantyhose to sell pantyhose? He was a spokesperson for selling pantyhose? Are you for real? I need to YouTube that. Sheila was walking upstairs for her tea, selling pantyhose. I have to look this commercial up. What brand was it? Hanes? Was it those little egg pantyhose that come in that little egg thing? Wow. Do most football players wear pantyhose? Is that a thing? All right, so we have this, and then you would trim a 1/4 inch this piece out to show how strong they were. They were like pressure socks. You run faster. Oh, learning all kinds of new things. Okay, so we have that. And now we're going to have this. And these we're going to just press out. So we're just pressing out on these. I bet he got a huge amount of money for that commercial. I guess so. All right, here we go. What 1980s horror flick has the line, "Run to the light, Carol Ann"? Learning something new. Well, I know a lot of football players are ballet dancers, so they can be agile on the field. Poltergeist. And I guess that's where pantyhose would come from, right? No idea. I have no idea either. I did look at the answer. Had no idea though. All right. So this is what this part looks like. And then you would cut off a 1/4 inch in the back, that back piece. I do this so that I make sure that it is doing what it's supposed to do. Yes, it is poltergeist. It sure is poltergeist. Ready? Okay. What were hullabaloo and shindig? What were hullabaloo and shindig? Old school. I have the same accent as So Terry. Well, So Terry is in New York. She's not too far from me, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think she's too far from me. I haven't met her yet. Parties. Parties. I have a lot of parties. So to me, a hullabaloo and a shindig is like a country western type of situation going on with fiddles and banjos and a lot of square dancing or line dancing. At least that is what it is around here when they say, because we just had a hullabaloo. And we had brought people from Nashville. Prime time popular music variety shows. Okay, I knew this. What actress started an aerobic workout craze in the 80s? I had every VHS. I had the outfits to go along with my VHS. I would come home from school, put on my outfit, put in the VHS, and start doing these and these. Yes, you all have it. Remember the circles? Yes. And then the sunshine. Oh, that hurts. Ooh, maybe I should be taking out those VHSs and doing them. All right, so we have now C is this, right? Yes, this one is C and unit C, and this is unit D. And Jane Fonda is the right answer. So now with block A assembly and block B assembly, and then we are done. I'm going to show you it. It is 8:54. I do have school. They did not close us down. So I'm going to show you what it is. And so you're going to block A. Hold on. Block A is this here in the center with of course I have to cut off trim these edges. I have to remind myself what, okay, so that is fabric 4, and fabric 4 is the white on the floral. Okay, so we have this one here. I hope I got that right. I have to still do the cutoffs here. Yes, this is right. All right. This. Okay, and then we have these strips right here in which I have to cut. And then this will go, so it'll look like this block. So we are actually in the home stretch of this 5-yard quilt. So that's what one of them will look like. And then the other one would be the opposite, and would it be these black pieces with the white. But this is where I'm going to kind of pause in all this. I'm not sure if I'm going to go live. It depends on how my day goes today. But I do need to finish this and get this shipped out to her. So, hold on. If I don't finish it on a live, what I might do is finish it on a long video and just basically run the video and then just upload the video. Wow, look at that. This person made the bell one. I finished the top and I'm going to be FMQ it later today. Free motion quilting it later on today. Okay. I want to say, are you new to our channel? Wait, what about mud? Have fun with the mud? What mud? Is someone playing in the mud? Leanna Puppy got the mud outside and now I'm going to wash him. Oh, leotards and leg warmers. Yes. Oh, Suzanne Summers with that ridiculous, remember the thing? The Thigh Master. And you stuck that between your legs and you just were like squeezing it and releasing and squeezing and releasing. That thing after a while, ooh, that was rough on your thighs. Yes, I had the leg warmers. I had the fun tights, the color tights with, you know, the special kind of leotard in the back because, you know, back then you wanted to be all like the sexy. So you had the really high cut back. Yes, I had them all. I would get home and get right into my outfit and start exercising. Oh, yeah. Wow. Well, welcome. I'm not sure what your name is. The person's name on here says Death Diablo 22. So that is it. That is it. We've finished all this. So I will see Clay. Well, hello, Clay. Welcome to the channel. I have to run because I do have to get ready for school. Everyone have a wonderful day. You know what I'm going to say? Pass it forward. Take care of yourself. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscriptions. I don't have the book, but I am giving away a 5-yard quilt. A 5-yard quilt book, okay, from Fabric Cafe. This pattern is not in there, but you can order this pattern online. The link is down below. Everyone take care, be safe, see you soon. Bye. Yes, what is up with this? My chairs, yeah. Enjoy your day. I'm just having a shindig trying to figure out how to get out of this live right now. Ah, there it goes. Came up.